So let's say you're using Outlook and you've got several different email addresses that you'd really like to use Outlook with. When you first start Outlook, it usually walks you through a wizard to create that one, your main email account. But here's how you add other ones. Go to Tools, Account Settings, and then on the Email tab here, just click New, and we're going to go ahead and leave it set to Microsoft Exchange, POP3, etc., etc. Click Next. You'll type in your information here. Now, I want to mention something here. One thing about Outlook 2007 is it's really friendly when it comes to your mail settings. In previous versions of Outlook, you had to know your POP3 server. You had to know all kinds of information about what you were specifically connecting to. But with Outlook 2007, a lot of that stuff is done automatically. If you have to, you can select this to manually configure it. And then you'll go in there and you have to enter in everything, the POP3 incoming, outgoing, all that kind of stuff. But if you leave this off, Outlook will go in there and 9 times out of 10, it will find out that information for you as long as you can provide the email address and password. And I will just see, I don't know for sure that it's actually going to work, but I'll try it on my server because I don't know if I don't remember if I did this before. But I'm typing the information, and for the name here, I'm going to put test just so that we can differentiate this from my account that's already in there and this new one here. Click next. It's going to go out and it is trying to communicate with my server and find out how it needs to configure itself for a successful setup here. Let's see if it can actually pull it off. Okay, now I actually fast forwarded that, and it took almost a minute to get me to this point. It says no encrypted connection is available, so now we're going to try an unencrypted version, and let's see if it's able to communicate that way. Again, I'll probably fast forward this if it takes too long. Okay, and it did find unencrypted is working. It did not send a test email, though. That did not work, but it looks like a portion of it did. So you're probably going to get mixed results with this. Let's go ahead. I'll select manually configure just so you can see the options here. We've got the display name, email address, POP3, and then it's guessing at an incoming mail server and outgoing server. This is apparently what worked in the communications at least. And then the account name and password. We'll go ahead and do finish. And now that's entered in there, and it's just got a little parenthesis there denoting that it's a duplicate. So I'm going to select it and click remove. And you can do this as many times as you need to. So you can have 10 different email addresses in here that you're checking. Now, I don't recommend that. What I want to mention here is, let's say that you got one computer that 5 different people are using email on that computer. You don't want to put all 5 addresses in there because then everybody can see everybody else's email address. Instead, if that is the case and you've got multiple people that are going to be using the same computer, then you're going to want to do something a little bit different, like with an actual different file that they're going to open up. And I'll show you a little more about that in the next exercise.